Good morning, Wright Group friends and family. This is Kim Wright-Sibrel. Super excited to bring you your June 2024 stats. So we're going to talk about first the difference between June of last year and then June of this year and kind of what's happening in the summer month. Typically, June's a strong month for us for sales. So interesting to see what's happening here. So if you look at the new listings, we are up 1.7%. Not a huge amount, but still a positive number and up on the number of new listings. Pending sales were up 6.5%. When we look at closed sales, we're down 8.9%. So interesting there that we're seeing less closed sales. It'll be interesting to see what happens in June if we see that trend continuing with I would expect maybe not because we saw more pended for June. So our sales volume has been a little bit bumpier this year where, we will have more sales some months than another. We have a lot of fluctuations from month to month and are not following the normal pattern of a steady increase from, early in the year through pushing through to the summer. We're seeing just a really different pattern. And these numbers are kind of showing that a little bit. Days on market up 21.1%. So, that sounds like a big change, but it's really, last year it took 19 days to sell a house. This year it takes 23. Doesn't seem like a big jump, but that's a 4-day difference, right? So things are taking a little bit longer to sell. Where I'm really seeing a biggest impact, I feel like, is in the sales prices. So median sales price now up to $415,250. That's up 9.3%. Our average sale price up to $493,655. That's an 8.6% increase in the average sales price. Now, this is just single family homes. So we've taken condos and townhomes out. If we looked across the entire market with condos and single family, you would see those numbers come down a little bit. But if you're looking for a single family home, right, and you're in that 400 to 500 range, kind of so is everybody else. That's where the majority of the buyers are going to be in those price points. And those are the homes we do see selling really quickly. Percent of original list price received to what the last listing price was, we're down 1.2%. So last year at this time, we were really seeing a lot of over asking price offers up to 102.2% of the original price, whereas now we're at 101. So we're seeing a couple of homes sell over, but a lot we're seeing sell right at or under. And I would say that number is a little bit skewed because we still have some areas that are very hot that will sell 50 to 100,000 over the asking price, whereas the majority, if we took those outliers out, I feel like that this number, you would start to see we're more, like sometimes in the 97, 98, 99% to list price in most areas. So a lot of areas selling kind of under the asking price or right at the asking price. I think it's interesting to look at the 2023 versus 2024 across the entire year. And you'll see that in the next column if you guys want to click through and open up the attachment. Or I think there's a QR code where you can see the attachment. One or the other. And you're going to see that as far as like new listings, we're up 5.8% for the year from last year. Pending sales were up 2.5%. Closed sales were down 1.2. So we're a little bit behind on the sales up to now. Days on the market, 25 days last year. Overall this year, 28 days. So we see that number again creeping up. Median sales price, this is across the entire year, at $391. Average sales price at $461. Right. So we see those numbers a little bit lower. So from January to now, but what we're seeing is from January to now, prices are already rising. And this is something that's so interesting, right? People always think, prices are going to come down. We're going to see a softening of the market. That's not the case. We're not seeing that. We're just seeing a nice, slow, steady increase in prices. And again, right, real estate should increase about 3 to 4% every year. Some years we see, obviously, as we did during COVID, a massive increase. You'll also see down below condos and townhomes, not as strong of a market quite right now, although they have been. What's most notable to say about the condos, if someone comes to me and says, hey, I want to be in this area, which is maybe a hot area, and I only want to spend $350 or maybe $400, sometimes your best bet is going to be that condo townhome, right? Because it's going to be in that price point, and those prices tend to hover in the $360s to $380s. So that's kind of like an average price. So it's much easier to get those homes when they're in that price range. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this update. Always feel free to give me a call. I love to talk stats. Have a great day. Thank you.